Hi all, welcome back. Today I am here with two interesting topics for discussion. Two are from two aspects. One is from financial management aspect, another one is from marketing management aspect. The topics are mergers and acquisition and rebranding. Why I had selected this topic is I want to discuss you with a current example of Vodafone and Idea merging and rebranding. Just look through this picture. I think you had already seen this advertisement in television and all. This is some of the snaps from that advertisement, and this new slogan is "Togetherness is a wonderful thing." Vodafone and Idea are now we. From the two first alphabets of Vodafone and Idea, they had emerged their new brand name, that is we. We can discuss more about this merging and also about this rebranding. The contents for today's discussion are mergers, acquisitions, mergers versus acquisitions, steps involved in mergers and acquisition, rebranding, types of rebranding, reasons for rebranding, phases of rebranding, and just like all presentation, a current scenario. I already told that we can discuss it with Vodafone and Idea for mergers and acquisitions. Mergers and acquisitions both refer to the joining of two or more business entities that entails a restructuring of their corporate order. Why I had selected these two topics together is, this is very confusing two topics, that is mergers and acquisition. Always will be having a doubt, what is the difference between these two? Actually, both of these terms are telling a company is joining with another company, or two or more business entities are joining together in order to perform their further activities. And for both these terms there are some difference. We can learn it later. They are aimed at achieving better synergies within the organization in order to increase their competence and efficiency. Why they are creating this type of synergies together? The reason or the aim of this type of synergies are they have to increase their competence level, and thus they have to improve the efficiency of the firm. So what is meant by merger and acquisition? Two or more firms are joining together in order to improve their competence and efficiency. Now let's look. There are some differences between mergers and acquisition. We can look what are those differences, how the mergers and acquisitions are becoming different factors or different terms. We can discuss both those in details. First is mergers. When two or more individual business consolidate to form a new enterprise, it is known as merger. A business firm A, a company A, is consolidating with company B, and they both are joining together as one company. Let it be company C. Then it is a merger. Okay, so a company A is joining with company B, and they are forming one another new company which is big in nature. Why? Because both of them are combined, right? Then it will become company C, and we can term it as a merger. What is acquisition? One company completely takes over the operation of another. There stands the difference. If a company A, just think it is a smaller company. Company B, it is a bigger company. The bigger company is taking company A or the smaller one. There, a takeover is happening. The company B completely takeovers company A. There it is acquisition. They are not joining together. When they are joining, the bigger company is having more privilege. They are taking over the operations of the smaller company. It is called acquisitions. A merger is agreed upon by mutual consent of involved parties. So what is needed for a merger? Merger needs mutual consent. Company A should have mutual consent with company B. Just like back, company B should have a mutual consent. They must have a mutual consent together in order to take part in a merger. About acquisition, the decision of acquisition might not be mutual. In case the acquiring company takes over another enterprise without the latter's consent, it is termed as hostile takeover. Here in acquisition, it can be mutual. With the mutual consent, they can take over. Otherwise, the bigger company, I already told, the bigger company can take over the smaller company without the mutual consent. It is known as hostile takeover. Acquisition can be with a mutual consent, or it cannot, without a mutual consent also, acquisition can take part. What it is called? It is called hostile takeover. Merged entity usually takes on of a new name, ownership and management that is composed of employees from both. I already told, company A joined with company B and they start a company C. There they can form a new company name, new ownership, new management structure, and what is the criteria? By joining both of the company's employees together, the company can be restructured with a new identity. That is in case of merger. In case of acquisition, the smaller company continues its operation under the name of larger one. Only in some cases does the acquired company gets to retain its original name. Company A is there, company B is there. If company B is the larger one, the newly formed company is termed as company B itself. It is no another new name is formed there. There is no identity of company A is used here. Which one is bigger? Which is the acquired company? That company's name is highlighted. Only in some special cases, only in very few cases, the company A can retain its name. Right? Okay. This is about mergers and acquisition. Some more differences are there. We can look that in detail. In mergers, a merged company issues new shares and the shares are distributed proportionately among existing shareholders of both parent companies. We already studied that a company will get new name, new ownership. Just like that, new management is formed. Just like those things, new shares are issued. And the shares are distributed proportionately. The word is very important. Proportionately within the existing shareholders of the parent companies. In both the company existing shareholders, the new shares are distributed proportionately with an appropriate proportionate amount that shares are distributed. But in case of acquisitions, no new shares are issued. In mergers, The motive for mergers may be to expand market share, gain entry to new market, reduce operating costs, increase revenues and widen profit margin. So this can be the motive of merger. What is the motive? In order to expand their operations, in order to gain entry to a new marketplace. For example, a company running in India, they are merging with an international company. Then they can also expand their market to the international market spaces, right? Just like that. Then to reduce the operating cost, to increase the revenue, to improve the profit margin, to improve the competence level. Just like that, in order to improve the efficiency, the current efficiency, mergers are taking part. In case of acquisition, the motive is to gain better competitive advantage by combining resources with another organization. Here also, it is to improve or to gain better competitive advantage by what? In which way? By combining the resources of another organization. The operations of company A is now together with company B. The efficiency of company B is increased, right? Just like that. Then, the parties to the contract are generally similar in terms of size and the scale of operation, and they treat each other as equal. This is the most important thing. In merger, no companies are superior to another one. If A and B are two companies, A is having equal right just like B. B is having the equal right just like A. Both the companies are having equal rights. But in case of acquisition, it is usually occurs between two companies that are not equal in stature. A financially stronger entity generally acquires a smaller, relatively weaker one. We already discussed about this thing. Here, the two companies are not equal. Two companies, they are not equal. The bigger company or the stronger company who are acquiring the smaller one or weaker one are having more powers. If company A is a small company, company B is a big company, then the big company, company B is having more rights than company A. Here, the bigger company or the acquiring company is superior. They are experiencing the superior powers during the administration, during the operation time. Okay, this is about mergers and acquisition. Now we can discuss about some of the types of mergers. There are mainly 5 types of mergers. They are horizontal merger, vertical merger, conglomerate merger, market extension merger, product extension merger. First one is horizontal merger. It is a business consolidation that occurs between two firms who operate in the same space, often as competitors, offering the same good or services. Here, two manufacturers or two firms, they are operating under the same space, maybe as competitors too. They are joining together. Then it is called horizontal merger. For example, company A and B, both are car manufacturing companies. Now, both car manufacturing companies are merged together. Car A manufacturing company and B named car manufacturing company is grouped together to form a C company, which is also a big car manufacturing company. Next, vertical merger. It is a merger between two companies producing different goods or services for one specific finished product. For example, company A is a car manufacturing company. Car manufacturers. Company B is a tire manufacturer. They are grouping together. Why this car manufacturer grouped together with company B? They are tire manufacturer. Car company is in need of the finished product, that is tire. Right? Just like that, a company A, let it be a textile industry, textile business firm. Company B can be a cotton yarn firm, cotton yarn manufacturer. Both of them are grouping together. For what? Textile industry need the finished products from cotton yarn industry. This is about vertical merger. Then, conglomerate merger is a merger between firms that are involved in totally unrelated business activities. For example, a textile industry or a textile manufacturer is merging with a food manufacturing industry. Then it is a totally unrelated operation. It is called conglomerate merger. Then market extension merger. From the word itself, market extension, which take place between two companies that deals in the same product but in separate market. Maybe a company from India is merging with a company playing their role in international market. International market players. Company A is an Indian company. They would like to merge with B company, that is an international one. For what? In order to extend their marketplace from India to the international broad marketplace. That is market extension merger. Then product extension merger, which take place between two business organizations that deal in products that are related to each other and operate in the same market. The best example is Pizza Hut is also delivering Pepsi, because there is a clubbing or a merging between the two companies, Pizza Hut and PepsiCo. When we went to Pizza Hut for having a pizza, we can get Pepsi also. They are two. They both are related companies, right? Pizza is also a food related product. PepsiCo is also food related product. Both these related products are clubbed together and they operate in the same market. That is called product extension merger. This is about the types of merger. Now we can discuss what are the steps involved in mergers and acquisition. Basically, there are 5 phases. The first phase is pre-acquisition review. From the word itself, pre-acquisition. Before we are taking part in the merging decisions or acquisition decision, we must want to think where our firm is now, whether our firm needs a merger or an acquisition partners, why we need so, whether it can improve our competence and efficiency. This type of questions need to be clarified before we are taking part in a merging or acquisition decision. When we have finalized that, yes, our firm needs a merger or an acquisition from another firm, then we can move to the second phase. The second phase is search and screen the targets. We will be having lot of options. If I am company A, I will be having lot of options, just like B will be there, C will be there, D will be there, E will be there, F will be there. This all will be my targeting companies. Among those companies, I want to search and I want to screen which is my target. Okay, so I want to screen and search which is my target. That is phase 2. And the third phase is investigate and evaluation of a target. From the second phase, we had selected one, let it be B. I had selected that the best targeted company for my merging or acquisition decision is B. So I want to merge or acquisition with B. Phase 3 is investigate and valuation of target. I have to completely evaluate and evaluate my target. Which is my target? B. I have to evaluate this properly. Then phase 4 is acquire the target through negotiation. I have to deal directly. Now I have to move to company B and I want to tell these are the reasons. We can improve our competence together. We can expand our market. Just like that, by doing negotiations, by negotiating how much shares needed for me and how much shares needed for the company B, just like that, completing all the negotiation formalities and making it lawful. That is, we have to make proper contractual agreement between two parties, and we have to make a contract for merger or acquisition according to our company's need. That is the phase 4 tells. Then phase 5 is post-merger integration. After completing all these procedures, both the mergers or both the acquisitions are clarified, and now we are moving with our new merger firm. What are the post activities we have to do? We have to develop new business standards, new business orders, just like that. That is post-merger integration functions. These are the 5 phases of mergers and acquisitions. This is just a pictorial representation of what we have studied. Just look to the first picture. Company A, Company B, both of them together and form Company C. What it is? Merger or acquisition? Yes, it is merger. Why? Two companies, equally powered companies, are combined together and form another new company which is bigger in nature, which is having new logo, new brand name, new identity, etc. Right? So this is a merger. Company A merged with Company B and formed Company C. Just look at that picture. Company X and Company Y. Here X is greater than Y, right? X is the strongest company than Y. Y is the weaker one. What happened? They acquisition together. Here acquisition take part. The company X completely acquired the company Y. Here the acquirer is Company X and they form another company which is of the same name as the bigger one or the acquirer one. Here the company name is X. Here also X. The Y will having suppressed powers. Y will be suppressed in nature. The activities will be taken together. The Y's activities or operation will be handed over to Company X or the big company or the acquired company. This is about merger with consolidation and acquisition. Till now we have discussed financial management aspect topics, mergers and acquisitions, right? Now we are moving to another stream. We are moving to a marketing management aspect topic, that is rebranding. What is rebranding? From the word itself, the brand is rebranded once again. That is rebranding. Rebranding is the process of changing the corporate image of an organization. An already existed organization is changing its corporate image. So an already existed brand is rebranding once again. That is called rebranding. It's a market strategy of giving a new name, simple, or a change in design for an already established brand. The word is very important. An already established brand is changing the corporate image of it. It can be a change in name, a change in symbol, or a change in design, or all of this together. The complete business structure is changed. Sometimes the name only changed. Anything can happen. A change happened from a already established brand image. Then it is called rebranding. The idea behind rebranding is to create a different identity for a brand from its competitors in the market. Just like everything, just like all activities of a firm. For what we are doing this also? For gaining competitive advantage. In order to succeed from our competition. In order to improve our current position. This is all about rebranding. Now we can discuss what are the types of rebranding. Basically, there are two types of rebranding. One is proactive rebranding, another one is reactive rebranding. What is proactive rebranding? Proactive rebranding is done when a company recognizes that there is an opportunity to grow, to innovate, tap into new businesses or customers, and to reconnect with users. What are the purposes of a proactive rebranding? Proactive rebranding is done when we find an opportunity. An opportunity of what? An opportunity to grow, to expand our business activities, for innovation, for finding new customers, in order to reconnect with users. For all these purposes, when we find an opportunity to improve our current business activity, to improve our competence, to improve our efficiency, then it is proactive rebranding. What is reactive rebranding? Reactive rebranding is done in a situation when the existing brand has discontinued or changed. An action could be mergers and acquisitions, legal issues, negative publicity such as fraud, aiming to beat the competition or create your own niche. Reactive rebranding is when something affected us. When our firm is affected by some uncertain condition, then reactive rebranding takes place. What can be that condition? When the existing brand is discontinued or changed. Other possible reasons are when a merger or acquisition takes place. Legal issues, if our company had faced some of the legal issues which is unwillingly happened, then some negative publicity, then it can be just like fraud, aiming to beat the competition, some negative publicity for the current brand image. Then the company can think about a new brand image in order to create a positive thought on the customer's mind. So this is about reactive rebranding. What is the basic difference? Proactive rebranding is done when we find an opportunity to expand or grow. Reactive rebranding is done when something, an uncertain condition which affected us untimely. Then reactive rebranding is done to overcome that current situation and to withstand in the market in order to beat the competition and in order to succeed our firm to a profitable condition. This is the two types of rebranding. Now we can look what are the reasons to rebrand. Expansion of business to a new location. For example, an Indian company is expanding their operation to the international market. Sometimes the word or the common name or the brand name used by that company may not be understandable to that foreign market location, so that the brand name or brand image contains the simple, the slogan, everything will be changed in order to expand the business to a new location. Market repositioning. When we are taking part in market repositioning, rebranding is done. New philosophy. If our company had changed our philosophical ideas, what we are existing, we are changing that philosophy, then rebranding can be done. Mergers and acquisition. We already studied about mergers and acquisition. If a merging or acquisition decision take place, then rebranding can be done. Looking for attention. If the current brand name or brand slogan or brand symbol is not seeking the attention of people, so in order to create or in order to gain more attention, rebranding is done. Covering up a crisis, just like the reactive rebranding. When our current brand name is having some of the negative impacts from the customers, negative publicity, some of the fraud activities, etc. happened, then in order to overcome that issue, in order to cover up that crisis, rebranding is done. These are some of the reasons to rebrand. Phases of rebranding. This is a pictorial representation. First one is define. For what? If I am running a company, for what I am rebranding myself? Whether I need a proactive rebranding or reactive rebranding. What is my reason? Whether I want to expand or whether I want to cover up some crisis. What is the current need? Why I need a rebranding? We have to define the reason and we have to find a solution for a rebranding strategy. Then develop. After finding we need a rebranding for our firm, we have to develop what are the things need to be changed. Whether the name alone or the name and symbol or name and slogan together or the whole business brand image, what need to be changed. That development has to be done in the phase 2. The third is design. As per our decisions, as per the decisions taken by our company executives, we have to design the rebranding strategies, rebranding structure for our new business firm. It can be a new name, a new slogan, or a new logo, or the complete brand image. Everything we have to design. What are the things needed for our company? Then, after designing, after completing these 3 phases, we have to deliver it to the customers. It is very important. Why? Because if a particular firm is not properly communicating about the new rebranded image to their customers, means to the general public, means the general public even don't know about the current change. So in order to make them aware about the current change, current rebranded firm, we have to deliver properly to the public with proper advertisement, messages, etc. This is about the phases of rebranding. And finally, we had moved on to the current scenario. When we are looking through this current scenario, we can able to understand why I had selected these 2 topics together, and we can discuss all the things which we had studied through this topic by this current example. The case study is related to Vodafone Idea is now we. New branding revealed as Vodafone Idea merger integrates completely. Now we can move to the news details. Vodafone and Idea has revealed its new integrated brand identity We using just the initials of Vodafone and Idea. It's now shorter, simpler and references both brands. Now here what took place, whether it is merger or acquisition, it is purely merger, right? The company named Vodafone and the company named Idea, they merged together in order to form a new and a bigger company which is renamed or rebranded as what? We. Right? What are the purpose of this current merger? Both are having same powers, both are having equal role in decision making, both are enjoying the equal rights in the company, right? So now Vodafone and Idea are merged together and they had rebranded as We. The development was shared during the virtual conference that was live streamed, revealing the new brand that has been designed for the digital era. So in order to step a new foot in the digital era as a part of expansion, they had done this thing. So in order to beat all the competition and in order to expand the business, Vodafone and Idea are merged together. After 2 years of Vodafone and Idea merger that took place on August 31st, 2018, the new We brand emphasizes the final stage of integration. The merging decision took place 2 years ago, that is August 31st, 2018, and now they have rebranded themselves as the final stage of their mutual consent merger partnership or the merger integration. Okay, then the new branding has been updated on the website and app and will make its way to all products including SIM cards, billboards and more. They had defined, Vodafone and Idea had defined the need. They have developed the new rebranding strategies and they have delivered that to the people through the advertisements. And through all their network settings, they had informed or they have delivered the rebranding decision to the public audience. This is about the news. And now just discuss what is the kind of merger took place here, whether it is horizontal, vertical or conglomerate, market extension merger, product extension merger, what it is. Here, Vodafone and Idea are earlier two different firms, but they are taking part in related business activity. Network players, mobile network players, right? They are related activities are taking part in both of these companies. Now they are merged together and formed another company. They have merged together. So what is the merger here? Here it is a horizontal merger. Two related companies who even played as competitors are now merged as one. Right? Here, what type of rebranding take place? Whether it is proactive rebranding or whether it is reactive rebranding. It is reactive rebranding. Why? When we are taking part in a merger or acquisition, then it is reactive rebranding. So here we took place a reactive rebranding decision. Now I think you'll be very clear about what is merger. Here it is very clear, it is a merger, it is not an acquisition. Why? Because equally superior companies, equal powered companies grouped together or merged together as one. Here it is merger, it is a vertical merger. Here rebranding take place. The type of rebranding is reactive rebranding. Why? Because merger took place here and proper delivery have done to inform all the public audience through proper advertisement. So I think this rebranding, Vodafone and Idea rebranded We is a successful one. Just like the name indicates, together for tomorrow, I think they will succeed in the near future, just like the slogan, together for tomorrow. So this is about the today's class. I think you will be very much confident now about the topic mergers and acquisition, and also about the marketing management topic rebranding. By next week, I will come up with another video. Till then, bye.